Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
In this episode of Claim Your Excellent Life, we are speaking about perfectionism. Perfectionism is one of those things that can create a lot of problems for people. And it can even lead to suicidal ideation and even suicides. So it's an attribute that is not terrifically helpful for most folks. This isn't to say that you shouldn't be proud of those things that you're able to do well and wanting to learn how to do new things. It is to say that if you are a person who finds themselves being let down by others because they can't live up to your standards, even when you can't even live up to your own standards, there's a problem there that needs to be taken care of. Professor Gordon Flett of York University co-authored a study on perfectionism, and he defines perfectionism as the need to be or to appear perfect. He also states that perfectionists are persistent, detailed, and organized high achievers. They vary in their behavior, some striving to conceal their imperfections, while others attempt to project an image of perfection. Now, I can tell you this. The experts that I know in the world of perfectionism would be those with eating disorders. And I can tell you that every single one of them had really huge issues with themselves. They loathed themselves. Loathed. And it was really because they never felt they were good enough. Some of them were looking for love in the wrong places. Some of them just never thought that they were good enough as they were. There were some really huge issues there that needed to be cleared up. And Professor Gordon Flett has a list that's very helpful for us to understand those typical attributes that perfectionists have, which I'd like you to listen to right here to see if you or if one of your kids might have this going on with them. Number 1, you can't stop thinking about a mistake you made. 2, you're intensely competitive and can't stand doing worse than others. 3, you either want to do something just right or not at all. 4, you demand perfection from other people. 5, you won't ask for help if asking can be perceived as a flaw or a weakness. 6, you'll persist at a task long after other people have quit. 7, you're a fault finder who must correct other people when they're wrong. 8, you're highly aware of other people's demands and expectations. 9, you're very self-conscious about making mistakes in front of other people. Now, if you were to go down that list regarding people in your life, how many of those attributes would you find fun or positive to be around? My guess is none of them. So, why don't you reframe yourself from being perfectionistic to being imperfectly perfect, which means that the things that you do well, and they don't need to be perfect because no one's perfect. It's not an attainable goal. And work on letting go of these ideas that you must be the best and to expect the people around you to be always at their best. Because the thing that I found from working with my eating disorder clients was that they really got resentful of people who could not live up to their standards. But their standards were not attainable even to themselves. So this put them into a double bind. And who wants to be resentful of people in your life? It makes it really hard to be around people in that case. And the other thing too, that I was always explaining to my eating disorder clients is that the only way that you know that someone truly unconditionally loves and accepts you for who you are is when you are truly who you are, meaning being transparent, showing your quirks, because we all have them. So, what I'd like to see you do to help yourself to let go of this idea of perfectionism is to know that when you allow others to really get to know who you are, you'll be amazed at how happy they are that you let go of those defenses. Because your friends want to know the true you, even if you're not perfect, because they know they're not perfect. It helps to build trust. It helps to bring true relationships to you. To let go of the judgment and allow people to be who they are will allow you to be who you are. I have my clients do what I call the mirror exercise, and I have them look in the mirror, and I want them to find attributes that they really do appreciate about themselves. And I've never had a client who wasn't able to find something that they really liked about themselves. We're talking physical looks, because it is the mirror exercise. And that's just the beginning of getting to accept yourself. Then I'd like you to think about the things about yourself that you truly do like. Like maybe you care about other people. Maybe you have some talent that is amazing. Maybe you're able to understand something that other people can't very easily. It doesn't really matter what these things are, just so that you can allow yourself the ability to find them inside yourself so that you can appreciate yourself for who you are. Because until you do that, it's going to be really hard for you to appreciate other people for who they are. Which makes relationships really more difficult than they need to be. And I'm not saying that you tell everyone your whole life story. That's not what it's about. It's about just being honest with what you're feeling and what you want to do and the things that matter to you. Because, we're all allowed to have our opinions, we're all allowed to have our feelings, and we're all allowed to have our likes and dislikes. So when you go into friendships in that way, it makes it a lot easier for you to be able to have true friends. And then they know that you're a true friend to them as well. Letting go of this inhuman concept of perfectionism will do you really well. Now, as always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Until next time. If you have enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, A-T as in Tom, R-E-O-N as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.